As Dornbecker's Children's Hospital, we want Mary Polson to raise awareness in cancer by hosting an event.
Here at Dornbecker's Children's Hospital, we are trying to help kids in a different perspective. We want to be able to listen and understand their needs and problems. Our ultimate goal is to make our kids feel more comfortable around us. We will build a connection between each kid and our faculty. Even after they leave, we will call and keep in touch.
Didn't take long for the Portland Thorns to become the darlings of the new Women's Pro Soccer League. Dan joins us with rave reviews from their first home game this afternoon at Geldwin Field. I was down there, Dan, and man, it was crowded.
Well, you know what the verdict's in, Jeff. The Rose City loves its Thorns. 16,479 fans, by far the attendance standard for the new Pro League, cheering on as the Thorns stuck it to the Seattle Reign. It was like a Timbers home game with an extra touch of Thorns red out there. The packed house brought the same spirit and energy that they give to the men's side, and they would shout for Alex Morgan, the up-and-coming U.S. national team star, delivering the game-winning goal early in the second half. Already leading 1-0, Morgan connected from Christine Sinclair, another star on the team, and the home debut is a rousing success as Portland hangs on for its first victory in the new league, 2-1. Afterward, raising up the roses, thanking Portland, and we heard it all around the stadium. They are excited to watch this brand new team bloom before their very eyes over the spring and summer.
As a woman, I love supporting female athletes, so I think that's really cool. I love having another excuse to come to a soccer game.
I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool because we play soccer and we're girls, and so women's soccer is just as good as men's soccer.
Well, they said it, and the crowd showed it today. Alex Morgan and her teammates loved the reaction that they received in Game 1 in Portland. And coming up a little later on in sports, we're going to hear from Alex Morgan in the winner's locker room. That's a little bit later on, Jeff. A great day over there.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Thanks, Dan.
The Timbers Army is a really unique group of fans. They're the most passionate fans, and they help create an amazing atmosphere. The Rose City Riveters do their fair share at every Thorns game. This event will be a high-energy game where fans can enjoy a day out in the sun watching the Timbers and the Thorns play a game of kickball against each other. Portland and the world-class athletes, such as Alex Morgan, got the third most votes in the Ballon d'Or, which is given to the world's best female soccer player. On a winning note, she won the most prestigious U.S. Soccer Female Athlete Award. Her partner in crime, Christine Sinclair, is a UP graduate who has made a huge name for herself with the Canadian national team. She was a recipient of the Herman Trophy. That award is given to the Women College Best Soccer Player. She is the third all-time with 145 goals, only behind USA's Mia Hamm and Abby Wambach. Under new head coach Caleb Porter, the Timbers have become one of the most entertaining teams to watch. Porterball has made stars like Diego Valeri, Darlington Nagbe, and Rodney Wallace VIPs in the soccer world. These two teams on the same field will spoil all of Portland. This will be the first time we would be able to see both teams on the same field.
1 out of 3 children will have cancer sometime in their life. In the future, we expect this number to rise to half the population. There comes a day when cancer will be defeated. As the leading cause of death of children under the age of 15, pediatric cancer has long been an enemy of millions of Americans. Dornbecker's Children's Hospital will be the recipient of the revenue generated at the Kickball versus Cancer event. Dornbecker's Children's Hospital and the OHSU Night Cancer Institute are partnered organizations working towards the long-term goals of defeating cancer and supporting those already affected by it. DCH provides the best treatment options in Oregon for many forms of childhood cancers. But we must rely on the Night Cancer Institute's research in order to provide the most efficient and innovative methods of treatment available. Because Night Cancer Institute is Dornbecker Children's Hospital's primary source support for fighting cancer in children through advances in treatment, DCH is always be seeking to help further the progress of their research. If researchers at Night ever face insufficient funds, children at Dornbecker would lose access to their most valuable resource for innovative treatment. Community events conducted to fund research are essential in helping support researchers and children. Portland has already shown support for such events, such as Make-A-Wish Foundation's dream of letting Atticus play with his favorite team, the Portland Timbers, had a full crowd on to watch Atticus and his team beat the Portland Timbers. Kickball versus Cancer will be a huge hit with Portlanders.
Cancer is a group of over 100 diseases characterized by abnormal, uncontrolled cell growth. In a healthy body, cells grow, die, and are replaced in a very controlled way. Damage or change in the genetic material of cells by environmental or internal factors sometimes results in cells that do not die and continue to multiply until a mass of cancer cells or a tumor develops. Most cancer-related deaths are due to metastasis, malignant cells that penetrate into the circulatory system and establish colonies in other parts of the body. Great advancements have been made, but cancer is still the leading cause of death for people under the age of 85. In the United States, 1 in every 4 people die from cancer.
Each year, thousands of children in America are diagnosed with cancer. Its causes are still unknown, although new discoveries are resulting in treatment. Luckily, there are many organizations that help families with children that have this disease. Dornbecker Children's Hospital is one of the top organizations for cancer research and care. Leukemia is the cancers of the bone marrow and blood. This is the most common childhood cancer, accounting for about 34% of all cancers in children. When you have leukemia, the bone marrow starts to make a lot of abnormal white blood cells, called leukemia cells. They don't do work of normal white blood cells. They grow faster than normal cells, and they don't stop growing when they should. Over time, leukemia cells can crowd out the normal blood cells. This can lead to serious problems such as anemia, bleeding, and infections. Leukemia cells can also spread to the lymph nodes or other organs and cause swelling or pain. Because this disease affects the bone marrow's production of oxygen carrying red blood cells, this makes them appear pale. Also, a child that bruises and bleeds very easily destroys the bone marrow's ability to produce clot-forming platelets. Other symptoms include pain of the bones or joints causing limping, swollen lymph nodes, abnormal, tired feeling, and poor appetite. Lymphoma is the type of cancer that starts in certain cells of the immune system called lymphocytes. These cancers most often affect lymph nodes and other lymph tissues such as the tonsils or thymus. They also affect the bone marrow and other organs, causing different symptoms depending on where the cancer is growing. There are 2 main types of lymphoma, Hodgkin and non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Both types can occur in both children and adults. Hodgkin lymphoma is more common in 2 age groups, early adulthood and late adulthood. It is rare in children younger than 5 years of age. The last research in cancer that Dornbecker focuses on is brain and nervous system tumors. This type of cancer is the second most common in children. Most brain tumors in children start in lower parts of the brain, such as cerebellum or brain system. They can cause headaches, nausea, vomiting, double vision, and handling objects. Adults are most likely to develop these cancers in the upper parts of the brain. Spinal cord tumors are less common than brain tumors in both children and adults. Some of the symptoms may include double vision, turning in one of the eyeball, drooping of the eyelid, or one-side face. There is so much support for these organizations to continue research and care for cancer patients. Usually there are events and charities that bring awareness to different communities, allowing them to help earn money for equipment, schools, and research for cancer. One contributor here in the West Coast is Merritt Polson. He owns the Portland Timbers and the Portland Thorns, both based in Portland, Oregon. On and off the field, he oversees players, coaches, sponsors, and more. He helps the community by creating jobs, donations, projects, and local schools. Furthermore, the Timbers Stand Together initiative supports children's and family charities in Portland area through programs and philanthropic giving. Cancer is one of the biggest issues in today's world. There is no cure or treatment that can fully treat this disease. That is why the world needs to work together to find more ways of diminishing this horrible issue in families. More organizations such as Timbers should help spread awareness and financial help. Cancer organizations such as Dornbecker need this help to continue to take care of children and their families. Many people today have lost a close friend, husband, wife, grandfather, grandmother, and child due to cancer.
We provide over 100 medical services available to children of every age. One of these services include the treatment of childhood cancer exclusively at the main hospital in Portland, Oregon. The OHSU Night Cancer Institute, Dornbecker is able to provide the advanced technology and latest medical services available to fight childhood cancer.
TCH also provides care and support to survivors of childhood cancer. Through the Childhood Cancer Survivorship Program, patients are offered continuous support by medical specialists after their cancer treatment. Even long after treatment, cancer survivors face many challenges regarding their health and personal lives. They are more likely to experience health issues both physically and psychologically. This program demonstrates how patients are not left alone after being cured of their cancer. The majority of services provided at DCH have been and continue to be funded through generous donations. There are many charities and companies such as Nike, Hyundai, and the Children's Miracle Network Hospital Organization that give to DCH. The most recent donations have been used to fund cancer research, expand medical services, and help uninsured or underinsured children with cancer able to afford the treatment they need. So why is Dornbecker trusted by many parents for the care of their children? DCH is the only hospital in Oregon that specializes in treating every section of childhood cancer. The hospital presents to patients and their families the advanced medical technology and expert physicians that are needed to treat children. The Phase 1 clinical trials offered to cancer patients has helped advance the development of other cancer treatments while giving patients the latest and best treatments available. Most of this would not exist, however, without donations. Whether it be time or money, donations have created Dornbecker Children's Hospital and will continue to be an indispensable part of its future growth in fighting childhood cancer.
Kickball vs. Cancer will be held on August 8th, 2014. Our goal is to raise $30,000 to help fund for Dornbecker Children's Hospital cancer research.
Now that you have seen our proposal, I would like to review the main benefits. Peregrine Sports and Dornbecker Children's Hospital can benefit from organizing a joint public kickball event, Kickball vs. Cancer. DCH is in touch with a large community of cancer victims and survivors, all working towards a common goal. The benefits are expected in 3 key areas. Profit from the sale of tickets, concessions, and souvenirs will be donated to the OHSU Night Cancer Institute for pediatric cancer research. The Knight Cancer Institute at OHSU is a research center known for its contributions to fight against cancer. This funding allows cancer research programs to continue. The Knight Cancer Institute helps Dornbecker Children's Hospital in its understanding and treatment of the most common forms of child cancer. This research is performed with the long-term goal to eliminate childhood cancer once and for all. But in addition to research, the children also have a need for emotional support from the event will provide tremendous support for the community of cancer victims and families. Community events offer a proactive and satisfying coping strategy for this community. Peregrine Sports can expect a long-term indirect benefit from this in future sales and public image. Research has shown that consumers who identify a company with a nonprofit organization are more likely to purchase a sponsoring brand's products. August 24th is the perfect date to hold this event because the field isn't in use and both teams have finished their respective seasons. Pediatric cancer is the leading cause of death for children under the age of 15. The cancer treatment services at Dornbecker Children's Hospital are well recognized throughout the country. A partnership with the Knight Cancer Institute gives children access to some of the most advanced treatments and expertise available. Treatment at DCH allows us to extend these children's lives. This is why DCH is proposing an event that will help child cancer victims by providing both community support and treatment funding. On the basis of these benefits, it is recommended that we in Peregrine Sports begin event planning immediately. We will be contacting Peregrine Sports by phone on June 4th to schedule a meeting between executive staff within the coming weeks. Thank you for watching this proposal. We can't wait to get started.